HLN, tomorrow morning starting at 6 Eastern.
Monday, jury selection and a huge trial. A case we'll be watching, a case you'll be watching here with me. It's the case of a man accused of shooting an unarmed teenager. Does it sound familiar? Well, it's got a lot of similarities to the George Zimmerman Trayvon Martin case. You've got an older white man shooting an unarmed African-American teenager. Will the results be any different here? Well, the prosecuting team hopes so, because it's the same team that prosecuted George Zimmerman will be prosecuting Michael Dunn.
It happened November 23rd. 47-year-old Michael Dunn told investigators he felt threatened at a gas station. Parked side by side with an SUV full of teenagers, the alleged gunman complained they were playing their music too loud. Detectives say Dunn confronted Davis, who was in the back seat, and told him to turn the music down. Dunn's attorney says his client thought he saw a gun, so he pulled his own weapon and started shooting, firing at least 8 shots. Davis was hit at least twice. Investigators never found a gun in the teen's car.
Dunn initially stated he saw the barrel of a shotgun coming from the SUV Jordan Davis and friends were riding in. Quote, when advised no weapon was located, he stated he saw either a barrel or a stick. Investigators say as Dunn was shooting, the driver of the SUV drove away into a nearby parking lot. Then Dunn and his fiancée drove off. The boys returned about 90 seconds later and called 911. Dunn didn't.
Not only did you shoot my son, but you tried to kill all the other 3 kids in the car.
Jordan Davis's father says the evidence and witness testimony speaks for itself. He doesn't believe Michael Dunn acted in self-defense when he shot his son. Rather, the man did it in a fit of anger.
I've seen him on television many, many times, but to see him physically standing before us was just... I feel so sorry for him. I feel so sorry for him because he has to bear the burden for the rest of his life.
And the other folks who feel a burden in this case are the prosecutors. It becomes very personal at times when you are handling a case and you feel like, my goodness, I'm representing this young man who can't be there for himself. His parents absolutely heartbroken. Angela Corey, the same prosecutor from the George Zimmerman case, in charge of this case. And I remember speaking to her after that not guilty verdict in the George Zimmerman case, and she still, I don't believe, had recovered. Take a look. One word to describe George Zimmerman.
Murderer.
And that was after that verdict. Angela Corey now in charge of this case against Michael Dunn. And I'm standing here thinking, is she wondering, you know, will someone else that she believes is a murderer be set free by a Florida jury? Let me bring in Mike Brooks, because this case, a lot of similarities to the George Zimmerman case, including statements made by the defendant before the trial that may very well be played for the jury. So he was interrogated, Mike. Let's take a look at that interrogation. I want to get your take because I know you've interrogated many, many defendants. This is Michael Dunn. He is right here. Let's take a listen to him being interrogated by police.
Guy that was in the back is getting really agitated. And my window's up. I can't hear everything he's saying, but, you know, there's a lot of him and that and that. And then the music comes back on. And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like they're saying, kill him. So I put my window down again, and I said, excuse me, are you talking about me? And it was like, kill that.
All right, Mike, first your reaction to his demeanor in that interrogation room.
You know, is he telling the truth? Is he telling the real story? Because he's stopping, starting, and, you know, personally, I'm not buying all of it. I'm not buying all of it. First of all, you can't kill someone with words. And then he said he saw a shotgun or a stick. There's a big difference, Vinny, between a shotgun or a stick. But the part that really upsets me, he drove away.
Yeah.
Why did he drive away? Why not call 911? If you haven't done anything wrong and you're defending yourself, why not call 911?
And you point out an important fact in this case, because that's one of the differences between this case and George Zimmerman's case. George Zimmerman didn't drive away. George Zimmerman is the one who brought police to the scene. So that may be very loom large in front of this jury.
And he and his fiancée were just coming from a wedding. So my other thought when we first started talking about this, was there alcohol involved in this?
Yeah.
And maybe he didn't want law enforcement to know that. So that's why he left. He left, went to the hotel. Are you kidding me?
I think they ordered a pizza, too. Let's take a look, Mike, at more of that interrogation.
Gets in the car, you guys leave and drive and go back to the hotel room. Okay. And you guys just stayed in the hotel room at that point. Did you go anywhere else?
No, we ordered out.
Ordered pizza. The problem, I can tell you, where we start to kind of get a little wondering is by the time you say you get to your hotel room, you're calling to order pizza. Why aren't you calling us?
I wanted to come back to my hometown to do that, and our dog and everybody were where they needed to be.
All right, so a lot of similarities to the George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin case, same prosecutors, and we know how that case turned out. Will there be enough evidence in this one for a different outcome? Will Angela Corey and prosecutors in Florida get a conviction?